Good morning, good afternoon, good evening when you're listening to this. This is Tanks and Tutties, brought to you by Tubbs and Frankie. This week, as always, the weekend recap, Locks and Longshots. Football is fully in swing. I've got my schedule down, so we're going to hit some college football, somewhat of some MLB news, a little bit of update on the playoff race. Then we got NFL, Paige's picks. Can't wait to get into that.
It was
Tank Award
electric.
of the week. Tank Award of the week, as always. And the do not bet list. We have fully decided that we're going to hold off on the All-Star ballot until football is done, just because we have so much to talk about with football. So we changed it to the do not bet list. And then we're going to wrap up. I've got roulette this week, and then we're going to send you on your way for the weekend. Also, just wanted to let everybody know, I'm currently watching the Dodgers game. I've got their money line in a parlay, and they were down 5-0, and they came back to tie it up 5-5. So we'll have live updates there. But weekend recap. How's your weekend?
It was pretty chill. I worked Saturday and then went out and had like one drink at the bar Saturday. Came home and we played Xbox all Saturday night, and that was about it. Watched football on Sunday. So I did nothing, and not going to lie, it was pretty nice to just chill and have no plans whatsoever. So
Go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Dodgers take the lead 6-5. Come on now. Come on now.
I almost bet the D-backs money line today.
Good thing you didn't.
I'm very
They
glad
just
I didn't.
blew a 5-0 lead. Wow. But my weekend, Friday night, I didn't really do shit, I don't think. What did I do Friday? I didn't do anything. I think I took a nap after work and then didn't do shit. Might have played some games. But then Saturday I had a golf outing. A lot of fun. Ton of fun there. I actually have to tell you guys about a shot that we had because it was phenomenal. So we're on a par 4. You've got some shit at about 280, 290. And then after that, just nice, easy, 120, 130 in. We had, so 3 of us were playing the white tees, and then one of us got to play the senior tees. So all 3 of us go from the white tees and absolutely suck. I think we had one ball in play, and it went about 100 yards, just straight pop fly right in the fairway. So our older gentleman there, he gets up to the yellow tees, and he's like, should I go for it? Should I play a safe one? What do you guys think? And I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's go for it. So at this shit, there's a little bridge to get across it over to the other side to play your next shot, And this guy hits one, absolutely ropes it, but he's an older gent, so it's not going to get there. So I'm like, shit, we're dropping. Nah. Hits the concrete on the bridge. We see it go straight up and clear the shit, and it lands. We come up, hit our approach shot, put it to about 3 feet, tapped in the birdie. It was electric. Didn't win a skin or anything. Didn't win any of the raffles, so that sucked, but it was a lot of fun. Came home, played Xbox like Frankie said, and then Sunday was just football, more football. So, locks and long shots. I am fully back. I won my lock and my long shot last week. My lock was Packers -10. Easy, no sweat, was never worried. I was a little worried, actually, when Chicago scored their first drive.
I was going to say, there's a little time period where even I was worried.
But the Packers were running the ball so well, it was never truly like, holy shit, this sucks. But this week, though, we're taking the Raiders money line. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, I just forgot who they're playing. Do you know off the top of your head?
I just had it pulled up.
All right, hurry up, because I look like a fool. But it's -125.
The Raiders play... Fuck.
Fuck. Is it the
Fuck. Oh, the
It's
Titans.
not the Cardinals. The Titans, that's what it was. They're only -2. I thought about the -2, but I'm like, it's -110 for -2. Might as well take the money line at -125. So that's the lock of the week. We're now 7-7. We're at 500. We're gonna hope to keep rolling here.
Welcome back.
Raiders had an off week last week. They didn't even really have an off week. They had a good week, and then they just blew it. So as long as they do Raiders things, we are good. My long shot last week hit. We had the parlay. We had Dolphins +3.5 hit. Phenomenal comeback there. Lions money line, they won. Great. 49ers money line, they won as well. W +300, cash it. So this week I figured, let's go with another 3-legger, right? So we've got Steelers +4.5 against the Browns on Thursday night. We've got the Bengals -5 against the Jets. They're going to win by 30. And then we've got Chiefs -6.5 versus the Colts. That rounds out to +611. Should be easy money. Cash it. See you at the cash counter. What do you got?
So my locks had a tough L on the lock this week. I had Chiefs -3.5. Chargers backdoor covered me. Lost by the hook there.
With the broken ribs too.
Yeah. I thought it was over too. Like Chiefs went up big and I was like, all right, we're set.
Once you saw Herbert go down, it should have been a lock.
Yeah, I was like, okay. And I just okay. So once I finish this, I have something to add. So the Chargers covered fucked me. They actually went up to like 4.5 before the game, but this week I'm gonna go with the Ravens -3. The Ravens, listen, they blew a huge lead, just looked horrible. But they have the Patriots this week. Patriots are not good. It's a rivalry game. It'll probably be close. I think it's going to be anywhere between 4 and 24 points. But there's no chance that the Ravens don't cover.
4 and 24?
Yeah. It's either going to... because it's
such a huge
it's a rivalry game. So it's either going to be close or it's just going to be a blowout. So the thing I have to add. So I'm in a new location right now. Still in the same house, just moved to a different room. Great
natural light, I must add.
Yeah, yep. I have the sunroom. Have a nice little table set up and everything. But to the entrance of the sunroom, there's a door with a window on it. And I'm sitting here and I hear some noise and I turn and I look to the right. And Paige is sitting there. She cracks open the blind and looks in and is just smiling. And she's mouthing something to me and I couldn't understand what she's saying. So I texted her. I said, "What?" And she goes, "Are you recording?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "Make sure to tell him how good I was."
I was wondering because I'm talking about my locks and long shots, and you're looking the other direction, smiling. I'm like, "What is going on here?" It's a little bit distracting.
Yeah, I couldn't believe what was just happening. But we'll get into
that. Yep.
Paige's picks. For my long shot, I had Dolphins money line. I fucking told you.
Nice.
I fucking told you. Everybody, all you fucking idiots, said Dolphins aren't good. Dolphins are good.
Whoa. I had them. I did say I don't think they're going to win, but they'll cover. But, hey, they were in my parlay. True. They cashed my parlay.
That's true. So, got a cash there. We're 4-2-2 on the long shots. Looking pretty good, I must say.
That's very good for long shots. Because they've all been plus odds, and I think you had that one golf one that you didn't cash.
And we still have Willie Adames home runs, which probably not going to hit.
Yep.
Although he is at 30 now, which is kind of sweet. And then we have the Russ to the Lakers, Kyrie, or Russ to the Nets, Kyrie to the Lakers, which I'm not sure.
Hey, real quick, a little bit of NBA news. Apparently, there's rumblings of Russ to the Pistons, which I hate.
Yeah,
I hope it doesn't happen. It's going to steal so much time from Cade.
Thanks for jacking my long shot. This is karma, I guess.
I had to get you back. Yeah, I had to get you back for last week.
Anyways, this week, I've got a fucking wild long shot, and I love it.
Wild is an understatement.
I thought of this today. I was just sitting there, and I was like, dude, this might just be like some gold I found. I'm calling it the consistency parlay. When you look around the league, there's like a handful of players that just every week hit their props no matter what. Every single week. So, I'm parlaying them. I'm going to go Tyreek Hill over receiving yards. Mind you, none of the lines are out yet. It's only Tuesday. So, none of these lines are out yet, but they will be. And when they are, I'm going to take them all. I'm taking Tyreek Hill over receiving yards. Cooper Kupp over receiving yards. Amon-Ra St. Brown over receiving yards. A.J. Brown over receiving yards. And we're going to sprinkle with the Adams anytime touchdown in there. Listen, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle's still there. They played a good team this week. He still put up fucking insane numbers. Cooper Kupp started slow. Didn't have a target in the first half. Mm-hmm. Still finished with over 100 yards.
Yep.
Amon-Ra St. Brown. Put up how many yards did he put up last week? Like 140?
Well, he had 130 or 40 receiving, and he also had, doesn't matter
50,
if you parlay, but 80 or 70,
it was
67
like
rushing yards.
Oh. A.J. Brown, he's the number one target there. He had a slow week yesterday, but he still put up numbers yesterday. And then Adams' touchdown, even having 12 yards this last week, he still scored a touchdown. He's going to score touchdowns. So I guarantee you that parlay is going to be like plus 1,500 to plus 2,000. And I'm just going to have that might be like a 5-unit drop on it. I'm just kidding. I'm not going that much.
Wouldn't do that.
It's a long shot.
I might throw a unit on it for you. I like that.
It's going to be fun.
Very squarish. But like you said, these guys have performed every week, except A.J. Brown just had an off week, but he didn't need to do well. So
it was kind of an off week, though. He still put up like 70 yards.
Yeah. Well, and Adams definitely had an off week, but he'll bounce back.
Well, and he still got his touchdown.
Live update, the Dodgers have won 6-5, so boom, that leg of the parlay's done. That was a big sweat.
Nice. Congrats.
Let's get into some college football. Michigan is just fucking rolling. And honestly, I'm not going to talk about them very long because they've played 3 garbage teams. They've performed the way they should against 3 garbage teams. I hit their first half spread. Those have been electric. Keep an eye on those. Michigan first half has hit in all 3 games.
I sprinkled on a couple first halves this week, and they all hit.
Michigan is still not allowed a touchdown in the first half this year. So take that how you will. It's going to adjust, obviously, but I'm going to take it till it loses. They play Maryland this week. I'm going to take it again. Maybe we can keep updating on that, but that's been electric.
How long until the books start finally figuring it out, you think?
I thought it was this week, honestly, because it was 30, which is a lot. Because think about it. They're up 35-7 at half. That's a huge lead, but it still doesn't cover the spread. So I thought it was going to lose this week. I still hammered it, and they were up 38-0 at half. So
you texted me our group chat, and you said Michigan first half, or I think it was either me or the group. You texted.
It was just you. You wanted my plays for Twitter.
Yeah. You said Michigan minus 30 first half, and I was like, So then I kind of shopped around, and Michigan first quarter was minus 10.
Yep,
so I nailed it. They scored 17.
Yep. Yeah, I didn't get to watch the game because we were golfing, but I was sweating it out, and then I didn't really need to because they were up 31-0 with halfway through the second. So fucking UConn didn't cross the 50-yard line until halfway through the third quarter. That tells you how our defense is. But it is UConn.
Everything you need to know.
Can't get too excited yet. Arizona State, some big news out there. So my news is that they fucked my late night parlay. We were hanging out Saturday night, and I made a quick parlay. I took ASU money line, and I took USC minus 11, and I think I took Arizona spread, and the other 2 hit, and all I needed was Arizona State to win, and they lose to fucking Eastern Michigan. Now you may be saying to yourself, Arizona State, not a very good football team, right? Yeah, except Eastern Michigan is a worse football team. Arizona State was minus 1,400, and they lost.
Yikes.
Abominable. And what happened after they lose? A video just came out. Herm Edwards got end zoned. You want to explain what end zoned is for the crowd?
So I don't exactly know what tarmac is, but apparently
I know what tarmac is. Do you want me to explain that?
Yeah, explain tarmac.
Tarmac is when a coach has been underperforming a lot, and when he gets off the plane after a road game, the AD greets him and tells him, this is the end of your time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so kind of like that. Herm Edwards got end zoned. Game finished. He's walking off the field being escorted and literally meets the AD and I don't know what the other guy was.
I think it was like the president.
Yeah, they met him in the end zone.
Or the
and
dean, I guess.
They kind of chatted for a couple seconds. Herm didn't look like pissed off, but kind of like okay. And then next day comes out, ASU fired Herm Edwards. Pretty sure he just got end zoned. He got fired in the end zone.
Yeah. That's what it looks like. And I think he knew it was coming. That's why he didn't look very pissed. They had some recruiting violation stuff. Did you hear about those?
Scandals, yeah.
Yep. And basically, his whole staff took the blow for it so he could keep coaching. But then you go out and you lose to Eastern Michigan at home. Not a good look. So, Oklahoma minus 11 might have been the easiest bet of my lifetime.
I can't believe I was even dumb enough to consider taking Nebraska.
Yeah, I think you said on the pod, you said, Nebraska, new coach, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, nah.
I definitely pondered it.
I'm glad you didn't take it, and I'm glad you came to the dark side and took Oklahoma because that was so easy. What was it, 52-14 or something stupid?
I just had it up 49-14.
There you go. Like, it's just never sweat.
Who do you think the next head coach is?
I just saw one the other day that made sense. Oh, I think it was PMT made a set on their podcast today. They must have said Matt Rule gets fired and goes to Nebraska. I mean, that makes sense. It
does make sense.
That dude is a college coach. He's not an NFL coach. He tried it. It didn't work out. He sucks. Nebraska, it's enticing. It's Big Ten, big-time college football school, but...
What would you put the odds on Urban going there?
Negative. Somebody high-ranking said Urban Meyer will not coach this team. It wasn't the AD, but it was like an assistant to the AD or something like that. I saw it on Twitter. Unless it was a fake account. A lot of fake accounts out there, and I scrolled past the Nebraska news pretty quick because I don't give a fuck. So
yeah. I don't know. I
wouldn't be surprised if Matt Rule got fired and went over there.
Yeah, when I heard that today, I definitely was like, that kind of does make sense. Mm-hmm. I could see it.
Or, no, he won't. I was just going to say, who's the coach at Kansas? What's his name? Les Miles? Yeah. I was going to say him, but Kansas is back.
Well, and he hasn't been at Kansas that long.
He's 3 years in now.
Is he?
Yeah. Yeah, because he was... No, he's more, actually. I'll look it up right now while we're talking. But I was going to say that, and then I looked, and Kansas is back. They're 3-0 for the first time since, like, when slavery was legal.
Whoa.
I mean,
also,
it's been
I'm
that
pretty
long.
sure their, like, season win total was over 2.5. Like, it's always really low.
Yep. I think last year it was 1.5, and they won 2, so they bumped it to 2.5, and it hit.
Yeah.
Let's see. How long has Les Miles been out there, motherfucker?
I'll talk on another game. Let's find a good one here.
Yep. Talk about Wisconsin.
See. Okay. Wisconsin's fucking back. I told you. Everyone was shitting on them. And, you know, Jake texted me, and he said, oh, dude, I'm taking... Who were they even playing, dude? It was some bum-ass school. Fucking New Mexico State. Yeah, you said New Mexico State plus 37.5.
It was too many points.
Update. They almost didn't cover that in the first half. It was 35 to
side
nothing.
Update. Let's get all over the place. Les Miles isn't the coach there anymore. He coached 1 year and then stepped down. So, Les Miles to Nebraska. Heard it here first. It's actually Lance Leopold.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of him.
Can I give my defense on Wisconsin before you get into it?
Sure.
The reason I took New Mexico State is because Wisconsin did not look good the week prior. I mean, they didn't look bad, but they didn't look like they could win by 40 points. You know what I mean? And their defense hasn't been great, so I figured New Mexico State can put up, 14 points, 16 points, or 21 points. They did that, but Wisconsin put up way more than I thought they would. What did they score, 66?
66-7 final score.
Oh, 66-7. I thought they scored 14. So, either way, bad bet. Ruined a parlay of mine. Yeah,
Wisconsin's defense held New Mexico State to 10 for 30 for 124 yards and 3 interceptions.
Yeah, that's those are some good stats for your defense there.
While Graham Mertz went 12 for 15 with 251 yards and 3 touchdowns with 1 pick.
They just really don't want Graham Mertz to throw the ball. Granted, they probably didn't need to.
He has looked fucking good. I saw some stat. He has like the highest QBR in college football right now.
Are you at all worried that when it comes down to it and you got to play Big Ten games that he hasn't thrown the ball very much and he's going to suck ass?
No, because I think, like, we talked about it last week, them being conservative. But I think when called on, Mertz will do just fine. Like, I mean, you look at this week. He only completed 12 passes, but he still threw for 251 yards and 3 touchdowns. Like, granted, it wasn't against a good school.
Right.
But he's going to get the
completions. Very bad school.
But
Holy shit, I should have done some research before I took that bet.
Yeah. He's going to get some completions. So, no, I think we'll be okay. I mean, we still are just running the shit out of the ball. And, yeah. I mean,
what do you think about Wisconsin plus 18 this weekend? They're playing Ohio State.
I mean, OSU hasn't looked great until this week as far as, like, covering wise.
Yeah. I think that's a characteristical stay away from game.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's always back and forth with those two teams. 1 year it'll be really close, and then all of a sudden the next year it'll be a complete blowout. OSU will beat us.
I feel like it's always close when it's in Madison, and this one's in Columbus.
It's in Columbus.
I think.
Well,
I'm gonna have to take OSU
Madison's
spread.
one of the hardest places to play at, so.
Right. So is OSU. So that'll be an interesting one to watch, though. Michigan State fucking sucks. Holy shit. Their defense was getting toasted. Their offense wasn't moving the ball until late, and it was too late. And I bet on them. I know you did. I know a lot of people did because, MSU road dogs. Like, they're ranked, Washington's not. And then they sucked.
I felt dumb as shit for doing that because, like, I don't know. When you see a game like that, and, like, MSU was number 11, I think, and Washington was, like, they weren't ranked, were they?
They weren't ranked. Nope. They are now.
So,
they're 18.
Yeah, so, like, when you see an unranked team as a favorite, like, your first thought is, like, this does not make sense. I need to hammer the ranked team.
Yep.
But, like, they're the favorites for a reason. Like, that's the thing. I got to get that out of my head when it comes to betting college football. Rankings don't mean shit. Rankings literally mean nothing. There's, like, your top 4 teams, which matter. Everything after that does not matter.
Agreed.
So I felt like a fucking idiot.
Me too, and it ruined my night on Saturday night. And then I went and lost my parlay to Arizona State losing to Eastern Michigan. So I started out so hot on Saturday. Good in the noon games, okay in the 3:30s, and then I just sucked.
Yep. That was
back on Sunday,
that was pretty much how my weekend goes every week. It's good for the first slate, bad for the middle slate, 50-50 on the night slate.
Yep.
I don't know why.
Tell me about Ole Miss. You put them in here. I didn't watch that game. I didn't see anything about it.
Yeah, Ole Miss fucking rolled. They were minus 17 against a shitty Georgia Tech team. And I believe, I'm trying to find the score here. It was like fucking 44-0.
I saw a headline that they've got, they have some stud, like, freshman quarterback that got in the game and everyone was all excited. Like, basically the J.J. McCarthy of Ole Miss. But he didn't get to throw because Lane Kiffin felt bad for Georgia Tech's coach because he knew he was going to lose his job. So he didn't throw.
Yikes. Yeah, so it was 42-0. And, like, literally I saw the line and I was just like, this can't be right. Like, it just can't be. A Lane Kiffin coached Ole Miss game? Like, no chance. Hammered that. That was my biggest win of the weekend. So, that was nice.
Yeah, college football it's
electric.
You can do well if you pay attention to college football. I feel like lines are pretty soft.
Yeah.
MLB, I have nothing to talk about. I just want to watch playoffs. At this point, it feels irrelevant to even talk about it. But you have some news.
Yeah, my only news actually was that the Brewers took 2 of 3 from the Yankees. So that was pretty sweet. Almost had the sweep, but then we allowed Aaron Judge to hit 58 and 59. On his chase to 60, so there was that. We did not look good yesterday, Sunday? I believe it was Sunday. Didn't look good on Sunday, but took 2 of 3 from the Yankees. That was cool. We're still not looking great in the wild card. 2.5 back, and we have the Mets this week.
Oof.
So
I need him to lose to the Mets tonight, by the way. They're in my parlay. Reg, here's your section. Great season, but it's over, unfortunately. The O's are 5 games back. They're not catching Seattle, Toronto, or Tampa. So, Reg, congratulations. Your team might be back. Just maybe needs a couple pieces.
yeah, especially with their schedule. I mean, they got 2 against the Tigers, and then they go 4 against the Astros, 4 against the Red Sox, and then 3 against the Yankees and 3 against the Blue Jays. That might be the most brutal 2-week stretch to end the season.
They might finish the season 12 back of the wild card when they were a game and a half back.
I could very well see that.
Yep. So, now, my favorite section, football, baby, NFL. Your Book of Mormoms got a dub.
We
pull
are
it up
back.
here for the score update. We are back. So last week,
132 to 112.
132 to 112. We were projected to finish last week, and now after the dub, we jumped up to 6th. We had a nice pickup in Carson Wentz. He went off. Thank God
You're
for
welcome.
the second half. Holy shit, he was bad in the first half.
Yeah,
my Lions look like a team that can do some frisky things this year. Aiden Hutchinson, 3 sacks in the first half. I think he finished with 8 total tackles. This guy looks like a defensive rookie of the year, doesn't he?
He looks good.
He looks incredible. The only problem was the limping. Did you see the limping?
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. You brought up the defensive rookie of the year. I may have forgotten to place that bet.
Oh, that's unfortunate because I did, and it jumped up after last week.
Yeah.
The first week you could have got it at better odds than I got it at because he didn't do very well. But this week, dude, it dropped.
I have no futures, which really sucks.
No, I took.
I love
Aiden
betting
Hutchinson,
futures, but
defensive rookie of the year, and I've got what was my other one? I took the Bills to win the Super Bowl.
yeah, I was gonna do
That.
that. I don't know.
I might go
didn't
sprinkle
touch
on the
Super Bowl.
Eagles to win the NFC because they look feisty as shit. But
Yeah.
back to the Lions. Jared Goff was making throws I don't think I've ever seen him make. Amon-Ra's a stud. You've got guest visitor here. Amon-Ra's a stud. Swift on a limited
Look at that
snap
ass.
count. Austin said, look at that ass. My father just walked by. Sorry, guys. Where was I? Swift was limited. Swift was limited, and he still went off. He barely played the second half. He still put up, I think he finished with like 50 yards and a touchdown. And
Swift is a dog.
Did you see his touchdown?
Yeah.
Dude, he fell down, juke move, cuts it back to the middle, spin move, touchdown. That was incredible.
It was very impressive.
This week they got the Vikings, so it'll be if we beat the Vikings, it's truly time to get excited. And also in theory, we kept it close with the Eagles, who just demolished the Vikings. So in theory, we would beat the Vikings, who beat the Packers. Lions are going to win the NFC North. I might go place that future right now, actually. I'm going to do that live on the podcast. Got to log in again here, but go ahead and talk about your Packers there while I log in here and place that future.
It was just nice to have enjoyable football on. But once again, I'm dumb as shit. The narrative all week was get Aaron Jones the ball. Get Aaron Jones the ball. What did I not bet on this week in that game? Aaron Jones. And
He had 2 touchdowns and way over 100 yards.
He had like 130 yards.
Yep.
Actually, I have it up. He went for 15 carries, 132 yards, and a touchdown. Just rushing.
Yep.
Receiving. So that was the worst part. Receiving. I bet on A.J. Dillon's over 15.5 receiving yards. He had 6 yards. Jones had 38. Like, I knew what the narrative was, and I just didn't touch it. But, no, it was nice to have an enjoyable game to watch. We finally spread the ball out. 234 passing yards isn't a lot, but we're building the chemistry. It looked good. I think we're going to become a very run-heavy team because now it came out today that Rodgers said his goal is to get A.J. Dillon and Aaron Jones 15 touches both, like each, which, I mean, it makes sense. They're both great running backs. You should try to get them involved as much as you can. So, yeah, it was nice to have an enjoyable game.
Yeah, so here's my thing about the Packers. So Rodgers is not going to throw for a lot of yards. Your receivers suck. Like, it's cool to see Sammy Watkins doing well, but
I don't think they suck.
They are so bad. They're young, so there's a chance, but there's just no separation from anybody. So you're going to have to ground and pound, and that's going to get picked up, and you're going to slow down. But you need to give up on A.J. Dillon. Here's my thing about A.J. Dillon. Do you think he looks a little bit fat?
No.
Dude, he looks kind of fat. He's way too, like, listen, maybe not fat.
It's muscle, though.
Maybe not fat. Like, he's got ginormous quads. Don't get me wrong. But he looks like he added a little bit. He looks like he added a little bit on the stomach when I watch. And, like, those quads that are that big, not necessary for a running back. Like, if you're going to be the goal line pounded in guy, the Jerome Bettis, great. But why are you using them when you're on the 25 and it's like 2nd and 10? That's Aaron Jones right there, not A.J. Dillon. A.J. Dillon's your 3rd and 1 guy, your goal line guy, and like if Aaron Jones goes down, then great, yeah, use A.J. Dillon. But Aaron Jones should be your every down except for third and short and goal line. That's my
the thing is, Aaron Jones is your more elusive, not so power back. which I agree he should be used on every down except for probably third and short. But A.J. Dillon has become that power back that it's not like he's a slow power back. Like, he's fast and powerful. Like, that's why they throw him in whenever, because he can just rip right through the line and bust out 8-10 yards every time.
Listen, I've watched both Packers games, and A.J. Dillon's looks slow in both of them. He dances around at the line too much. Like, you need to just pound that hole. And that's why Aaron Jones is obviously better, because he recognizes that hole quicker and just hits it. And that's why he averaged like 6 yards a carry or something stupid. But A.J. Dillon,
8.8.
A.J. Dillon just doesn't hit that hole quick enough for me. And it doesn't matter. They're not my team, but that's just my thoughts.
I think what will help A.J. Dillon too is like our O-line was always talked up and like said to be one of the best O-lines. Our O-line is in shambles right now. It like doesn't look good.
So is everybody.
So I think once we get a healthy O-line, I think A.J. Dillon's about to look so much better. So
maybe. I could be wrong. That's just what I noticed. I mean, I don't watch a lot of Packers games. Maybe he's always looked like this, but I just feel like he's a little bit too big. And like Derrick Henry, huge guy, muscular as shit, right? But he's tall. A.J. Dillon's short, so he just kind of looks like C.J. Anderson, who had one good year with the Broncos, and then he just fell off the face of the earth. Because that doesn't play in the NFL. You need speed, you know? Guys like Swift, guys like CMC. Dalvin Cook's the only one that maybe proves me wrong there. Not a lot of speed, but
he can, though.
I don't know.
Last thing on the Packers. I think Christian Watson's going to be really fucking good.
Shut the...
Dude. No.
I'm going to get into him later because he's on my do not bet list, but he blows ass.
Well, I mean, did you really expect him to bounce back this week after what happened last week on the first play of the fucking season?
I don't expect him to bounce back at all in his career.
No, I like that we started to get him involved this week, and we used those little jet sweeps.
You didn't get him involved. He had 3 catches for 8 yards, and one of those catches was -1 yards. All he had to do was get 15 fucking yards.
9 yards.
15 yards was all I needed out of him.
You knew they weren't going to get him involved after last week.
He couldn't get 15. I could go out there and get 15 yards.
He's quick. He's elusive. And he took a couple hits and just
he's got
right
bricks
back up.
for hands. He's got bricks for hands. He sucks dick. I'm going to calm down.
Yeah.
You know who else is young? Amon-Ra St. Brown. You know who doesn't suck? Amon-Ra St. Brown. You know who was drafted later than Christian Watson? Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Yeah, and when did Amon-Ra St. Brown start making an impact last year?
Week 2. Week 2 he went for 90 yards. Week 2.
Consistently,
week 4.
All right,
you have to week 4. We'll keep an eye on that one for you guys. I'm done talking about the Packers. This went way too long.
Also have to look at who the other receivers in the room are, too.
Back to the Lions, since we skipped over it too fast for a team that got a win so quick in the season after last year not getting one until week 13. That might have been the best half of football I've ever seen the Detroit Lions play. They were up 22-0 at halftime. The Commanders didn't get a first down until like halfway through the second quarter, and they didn't score points. Like, that defense was just so damn good.
Yeah, that reminded me.
And obviously, they made adjustments at halftime. They came out and scored a few, but the Lions got it done. That's all that matters. But holy shit, it's electric.
That reminded me. I think the Lions' offense is really good, but I think the defense is okay. I think the secondary is bad.
No, I completely agree with you. The D-line is great. The linebackers are pretty good, but our secondary's ass. Like, Okudah looked decent, but then you got Will Harris lined up on the other side of him because Oruwariye, I don't even know how to say his name, but he was out. So you had a backup cornerback in, and our safeties are kind of eh. They picked up Elliott from the Ravens, and he's more of just like, kind of like the Cam Chancellor, where he's just big on hitting, but he can't really cover, except Cam Chancellor could cover. But
there's no game in which Carson Wentz throwing to any Commanders receiver should score 27 points.
He did last week, no?
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Sorry, I'm a little slow. I see what you're saying. Yeah, but that's fine. It's the NFL now is you just got to outscore the opponent. Like,
yeah,
no
and I mean,
shit,
it's something
right?
that can be improved on. But
I feel like there's less focus on defense in today's NFL, and it's more just, can we outscore them? Yeah, like the Chiefs. Their defense was always bad. I'm not saying the Lions' offense is anything like the Chiefs' offense of past, But like, look at the Dolphins now. They've got a decent defense, but their offense just scores at will pretty much at this point.
That game was fucking electric.
But let's move on from the Lions. Did you happen to see Browns fans, their tailgate?
Yes.
Browns fans are scumbags.
Instant fucking karma.
Browns fans are scumbags, and they're the reason that they lost that game. For anybody that didn't see, I forget what the lot's called, but it's infamous for like what happens in that lot stays in that lot, like it's fucked up. But they
I did see that.
They had a mannequin on a table that had a boner under a towel, and they had a sign that said "Happy endings aren't illegal" or something like that. And it's like, listen, like, teams are gonna have scumbags, right? Almost every team is gonna have a scumbag.
I get it. You cheer for your team.
But we don't need to celebrate the scumbag. Like, root for your team, no problem with that if they have a scumbag. But the fact that you're now turning it into a joke about, oh, happy endings aren't illegal, that's fucked up. That's fucked up.
I agree.
It's fucked
and
up.
Instant karma.
Absolutely. I forgot about that. I forgot they blew that game. Crazy.
A minute and 50 seconds. Jets come back from
Vegas
two
needed
scores.
the Jets. That's what it was. Vegas made the
Probably.
call and said, yo, need the Jets.
It was just, that's an embarrassing loss.
It feels like that's the first one in a while where score real quick, get the onside, score again, and win. You know what I mean? We haven't had one of those in a minute. We've had, recovered onsides, but I don't think we've had a win after an onside in a while. What was the other big game? The Cardinals, dude. Holy shit. Paige's parlay, if you guys caught that one, what was it? It was Dolphins, Cardinals, Rams?
Dolphins, Cardinals, Rams, and I thought we were dead in the water. First half, it was, 21-0
For the
Raiders?
Dolphins? Well, Dolphins even in the 1 o'clock
Okay,
slate,
yeah, so we'll start from the beginning.
Dolphins in the 1
Dolphins
o'clock slate
game.
were getting blown out by the Ravens. And then
I thought
just
it was dead.
out of nowhere, it was just touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Then it was close. They were down by like 7. Got the ball back. And then they hit Tyreek on they just kept scoring 70-yard touchdowns. Like, it was so quick. And then they were tied up. And then Justin Tucker hit a 50-yarder to go 38-35, and then the Dolphins wound up driving down and scoring, right? In regulation.
Yep.
And then they won there.
15 seconds left.
Great. Then we got the Rams game started before the Cardinals game, but they were playing at the same time, obviously. The Rams looked like a lock, but then even that one got a little bit scary.
Yeah, so I didn't have up the end of the game because I was like, oh, this game's over. Rams are going to win. All of a sudden, I see the score change, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? It was like a 7-point game. All of a sudden, there's 2 seconds left. I was like, oh, game's over. All of a sudden, it says safety. I was like, whoa.
Yeah. No, that was a smart play.
What is going on?
If you watched the game, it was smart.
I didn't see what happened. Did he just, run through the back of the end zone?
Yeah, they knew they were up. I think they were up 7. And then they had, 14 seconds on the clock or something there at the 20. So, snapped the ball. It wasn't the punter in, though. It was funny. They put in a backup. So the Dolphins, or not the Dolphins, I think the Falcons saw it coming. And they rushed the dude. He runs back. He could have ran around in the end zone and probably ran out the clock, but he didn't. So then it was a 5-point game with 6 seconds left or something. The Rams punt the ball. It goes out of bounds. They tried to do a little, kind of like a squib, but off of a punt. And it went out of bounds. So the Falcons got the ball at the 45. So they had a chance at a Hail Mary, but it wasn't even close. But like I said, little scare there. Then you get to the Cardinals game, dead. They were down 20 at half. And then they come marching back. Touchdown.
Yeah,
touchdown.
It was 20-0 at half.
Kyler Murray, holy shit.
He
ran 85 yards in one play to go 2 yards. Insane.
Yeah, that 2-point conversion took 30 seconds for him to rush 2 yards.
Yep. So then it
was.
Long story short, they get to overtime on another crazy. The last 7 was crazy too, but I don't remember it exactly. I just know Kyler ran around again and somehow did it.
It was basically the same play.
Cardinals got the ball first. Awesome, great, let's go. They had to punt or they threw a pick.
3 and out.
3 and out. That's right. Dead again. Raiders are driving. Dead again. They're on the 40. Hunter Renfrow fumbles. Holy shit, we're back. No, the Raiders recover it. Very next play, Renfrow again. Ball gets punched out when he's turning around. He was doing like that, one of those spin moves for extra yards, punched out. Cardinals returned it for the touchdown. We're good. We won.
59-yard fumble return
Yep,
for a
great.
touchdown.
We're good. We're done. No, the guy threw the ball. It looked like before he got in the end zone celebrating. They review that for like 3 minutes. Then finally they come out, call stands, game over. Holy shit. Sweat down.
That might have been the sweatiest ending to a fucking parlay I've ever had.
It was insane.
Because it was just the sweatiest parlay ever.
Yeah.
Because, like, the Dolphins were like, oh, that's dead. All of a sudden they come back to, like, holy shit, like, this parlay's still alive. Like, we still have 2 legs to go. One's an underdog. Like, not looking great, but at least it's still alive. And all of a sudden the Rams are up. We're like, okay, we're good. All of a sudden the Falcons come back. We're like, fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Are they really going to fuck us?
Yeah.
And
well, and
Cardinals game's going.
Imagine
like,
if for some reason we threw the Jets in there. It would have been the parlay of the year.
She even had the Jets.
She did.
Yeah, she had the Jets.
She had the Jets because she didn't like the Browns.
Dude.
Ridiculous. All right, let's hop into some picks here. I think.
Well,
that's...
should we talk about the Colts?
We will when we
or
get
the
to the
Cowboys?
Do Not Bet list. The Cowboys, fluke. It was wide. No, we got to get going here on picks. We're gonna run long. So, here's your standings update. Paige, holy shit, she went 12-4 last week, which is just phenomenal. She's 19-12-1 on the season. I went about 500 again. I think I went one game below 500. I'm 16-15-1. And then Frankie's 15-16-1. Next week,
which I had a good week this week.
Next week, make sure we put this week for the record. I just knew Pages off the top of my head, though.
Yeah. I mean, how do you
before we get into the picks,
4?
let's do this real quick. I'm an idiot for trusting Kirk in primetime, like you put there. Honestly lapsed a judgment. I just saw Vikings money line at plus odds against the Eagles, and after what they did to the Packers, I was like, oh sweet, oh it's in Philadelphia, whatever. I completely forgot that Kirk Cousins is now 2-10 in primetime games.
And you guys almost fucking talked me out of it too, because I posted the poll. I texted Jake and I was like, I literally said, what do you have tonight for the games, and why are you taking Kirk Cousins in primetime? And he said, exactly for that reason. And I was like, that just doesn't make sense.
Listen, when you sent that, you sent it when I'm really busy. Like, I was just getting to bowling night, and I'm scattering to get everybody to get their money in the pot, and I saw your text, and I thought you said, why are you not taking Kirk Cousins in primetime? So I was saying for that reason, and then, like, basically what I was trying to say is he was due. But it turns out that trends are sometimes good. And I should not have taken Kirk in primetime because I could have taken the Eagles at, minus 130 and been fine. Had a nice night.
Well, that was the thing, too. Like, I was 100% locked in on taking the Eagles. And then I got that text from you, and I was like, fuck this. Like, I'm posting this poll on Twitter to see what people think. So I posted it, and we got the most interactions out of all of our tweets ever. And it was so quick. Like, literally 10 minutes after I posted it, we had 10 votes on the poll, which I was like, holy shit. Final poll, we got 22 votes. 59% of you fucking idiots picked the Vikings money line. 32%.
This is the worst thing about you, though, too, is that in our group chat, this pissed me off. In our group chat, we have a group chat with a bunch of people. We share picks. We share what we're thinking, whatever. We talk shit. Austin made it very clear he was on the Eagles. Great, whatever. Everybody else was on the Vikings, which is fine. Nobody talked shit about him taking the Eagles. Nobody called him an idiot. Nobody said you're dumb. But what does he do? He says we're all fucking idiots for taking the Vikings. That is the worst thing to do. All these people just lost money, and now you're going to brag? And what did you say? I woke up to it this morning because I went to bed early because I was all pissed off. You said...
Because the trend was so clear.
He said, yeah, he's like, Jake, who'd you have for this game? Then he sends a screenshot of our personal text to our group chat. Like, that's just scumbag behavior. I lost money. You know I'm pissed. Why you got to go do that? Let it go. Congratulations. You won a bet. You needed it, right? You had a bad week last week. Whatever. Just let it go. Ride the high horse. Be the bigger man. I don't talk shit to you when I hit a bet.
Does that ever happen in this group chat? Does anyone ever take the high road?
For me, yes. For some other people in the group chat, no. But I will never brag when I know a lot of people lost money. Unless it's, like, on a Michigan game. Like, if it was, like, the Wisconsin game. Go ahead and talk your shit because I took New Mexico State. That's your team. If it was the Packers, talk your shit if I took the Bears. But you have no relation to either of these teams. Just let it go. Take the high road. All right, preach over. I was holding that in. I was
That's
going to
never
text
gonna
you.
happen.
I was going to text you, and then I was just going to let it out on the podcast. Just take the fucking high road. We know you won.
It was great. Felt great.
I'm very happy for you. Maybe I'll listen to you next time. You win a couple more, I'll start taking your advice.
I think the spreadsheet's coming back next week.
I'm interested. Let's do picks. Do you want to run through them, or do you want me to run through them?
If you want to read the game, I can give Paige's pick.
All right, I'll read the game, and then, you give Paige's pick. Steelers-Browns, Thursday night.
She says, I'm going to have to go with the Steelers on this one. Still hate the color brown, and I'm trying to get into a school in Pittsburgh, so send it, I guess.
So,
She's taking the
point,
Steelers.
she needs to learn how to spell Pittsburgh if she wants to go to school in Pittsburgh, just first off.
Yeah.
That's also
The worst part is
I thought it was
it's
Tennessee or Wisconsin. Where did Pittsburgh come from?
No, there is a Pittsburgh school in there. But the worst part about that is Pittsburgh is spelt right above that. The right
Correctly.
way.
All right, so she's on the Steelers. I'm on the Steelers.
I'm the Browns.
Interesting.
Browns didn't look horrible this week. Steelers didn't look great this week. It's going to be a barn burner of a Thursday night game.
It's
going to
be
sure.
we're back to
I'm
the
just
poopy
not.
Thursday
I'm probably
night
not
games.
touching it.
We're back to the poopy Thursday night games because we had two great ones to start. What was the first one? Chiefs.
Rams.
Was it Chiefs Rams the first one?
Yeah.
No, it was Bills Rams.
Chiefs Rams.
It was Bills Rams. Yeah, it was. Yep, 100%. Because the Chiefs, week 1, the Chiefs played.
Yep, it was the Bills Rams. I told you.
Shut the fuck up! You just did my thing to me.
No, dude, I said the
But anyways,
Bills Rams.
we had two very good games on Thursday nights. Now we're back to the poopy ones. So, moving on here, we got Texans Bears. That's just a shit game.
I feel like there's a lot of shitty games this week.
Yeah. Are you gonna?
She says, she said Chicago almost killed my ass, so Texans, and I don't hate it.
Yeah, I was very in between here. I just think the Texans have showed flashes of being decent. Not necessarily decent, but not as bad as the Bears have looked. So I'm on. Oh, Jesus Christ! I just completely went against what I wrote here. I'm taking the Texans too.
All right. Let's
change
wide
it.
rod the Texans, I guess. I'm also on the Texans.
I don't know what I was trying to say there. Who'd they play last
barn
week?
burner Texans?
Yeah,
The
Broncos.
yes.
They covered.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm on the Texans. All right, we're all good there. Raiders Titans.
Paige says, haven't bet on Vegas yet, and I'm ready to gamble after my last week. So Vegas, baby.
I'm on the Raiders too.
I'm also on the Raiders.
Yeah, I don't think they'll collapse again. The Titans just look so goddamn bad.
Yeah, they did.
It's just atrocious.
Do you
They lose to the
think
Giants.
Tannehill's going to lose his job soon?
Yeah, absolutely.
Or not? Is he going to? How long until he loses his job?
I give it 2 more weeks. I say he's going to look bad against the Raiders, and then there's going to be a headline like Tannehill needs to figure it out, blah, 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 and then he's going to suck week 4, and then they'll call up Malik Willis.
I agree.
So we're all on the Raiders there. Man, a lot of agreeing now. Uh-oh. Chiefs and Colts.
Paige says, I'm clearly the chief in picking who's winning against these loser boys, so therefore Chiefs, just like I am.
I'm going to let her...
Give her one winning week. And
I'm going to let her have it for now, but the second she has a bad week, I'm going to let her have it. I'm going to be talking my shit. I have to have a good week, though. That's the only problem. I'm literally 500. I'm actually above 500.
At least you're above 500.
Yep. I'm on the Chiefs, too. They're going to win by at least 24. The Colts are so bad.
Yeah, I said Chiefs. But here's the thing. So I'm taking the Chiefs. But at what point do the Colts have a bounce-back game? Because you know it's coming.
Not against the Chiefs. It'll be...
I'm a little worried.
It's not going to be against the Chiefs, I promise you that. Matt Ryan is so bad.
Yeah, he is.
He is so washed. And Jonathan Taylor can't do it all. So, I don't know. They're going to have to I don't know. They're just bad. I think maybe they bounce back when Frank Reich is fired or their D coordinator gets fired and they bring somebody in or somebody up or whatever. I don't know.
It's just everything is so bad. I don't know what
Dolphins.
happened to that team. Paige just said 3 dolphin emojis.
Yep, you saw that coming. It's going to be one of her probably 3 teams she takes every week. I think she's going to take the Panthers, the Dolphins, and the Rams every week.
And the Cowboys.
And the Cowboys, you're right. So I'm on the Bills, and I'm assuming you're on the Bills too, right?
I am.
Yep. This feels like one of those games
so
where
hard.
this is where Paige pulls away because the Dolphins are going to get the upset.
That's the thing. Like, I love the Dolphins, and they're probably going to be my team to bet on this year between them and the Eagles. But like the Bills are just so good, and I also love the Bills and Josh Allen.
Yeah, the Bills are just so damn good. That offense is so
Like,
good.
look at what they did this week.
Look what they did without Gabe Davis too. They had one receiver, pretty much.
Well, Gabe Davis is the number 2.
He's a very good number 2.
Yeah, he's all right.
It'd be like if the Dolphins were without Waddle. Like, it'd be a big difference.
No. You cannot compare Gabe Davis and Jalen Waddle.
I'm not saying they're the same player. I'm saying if you're missing your number 2, it's a big deal.
All right.
I don't know. Gabe Davis might be better than Waddle, though. I'm just kidding. All right, let's move on. Lions-Vikings.
She said no shot to the Lions win 2 weeks in a row, right? So the Vikings. I'm gonna assume you're on. Yeah, you're on the Lions.
I'm on the Lions. I mean, they looked so good last week. The Vikings just looked atrocious. Now, granted, it's not a primetime game, but I'm gonna ride this wave until it ends. So I'm taking the Lions.
I'm gonna take the Vikings. I hate the Vikings. I hate this game. I very easily could see the Lions winning.
Yep.
This will probably be take a Lions spread, but the Vikings are gonna win.
This is. I'm not going to touch this game because I want to enjoy the game. And I don't want to end up taking Lions spread, and if they're getting beat, root for them to lose by less, because I hate that. So I'm just going to stay away, enjoy the game, and root for my team to win, like in the old days before I bet, you know?
Yeah.
Just like the good old days, about 3 years ago, you know? No betting, just enjoying the games. Ravens, Pats.
She says. Patriots. I don't even know where Baltimore is.
Her reasonings, like sometimes they're just so relaxed and nothing, and then you get something silly like that, like where's Baltimore?
She might have to get accustomed to that area if she wants to go to Pittsburgh.
Is Pittsburgh close to Baltimore?
Yeah.
No. Baltimore's
Yes.
in Maryland.
Which is close to Pennsylvania.
Map it right now. I'm on the Ravens. They're
It's
not going to lose
literally-
this game.
Dude,
I'm going to map it right now. Baltimore, Maryland.
they
Directions
share a border.
from Pittsburgh.
Like, time-wise, they're not close, but...
Yeah, it's
location-
4 hours away. Dumbass.
That's not that far.
4 hours? That's Michigan to Wisconsin.
That's not that far.
Yes, it is, dude. You
No,
made it
it's
sound
not.
like you're going to be visiting Baltimore on the weekends.
No.
Yeah, that's what you made it sound like.
Anyways,
road
I'm
trip
taking
into
the Ravens.
Baltimore.
Ravens minus fucking 3 points this week. I put it on my lock already.
Oh shit.
Ravens are winning.
Yeah. I might have to hit that up. That might be the super mega drop the Hiroshima and Nagasaki bomb of the week.
Like, that's a 1 o'clock game. I might just not bet on any other game in the 1 o'clock
Just
other than this.
hammer that.
Literally.
All right, hang on. I closed my phone. I don't remember what the next one is.
It's
Bengals,
Jets. Yep. She said fuck New York, so I'm assuming that means she's taking the Bungles.
Yep.
I'm also taking the Bungles.
Dude, they're so due for a bounce back. I'm on the Bengals too.
They just look so... Burrow looks bad.
No.
The defense-
Take that back because Burrow has no fucking time. 0 time.
That's
He's
true.
been sacked 13 times in 2 games. That's ridiculous.
Did they not draft offensive linemen?
No, they signed 2. They spent millions on O-line. And they didn't get any better. They got worse.
Really?
Yeah, they signed Lyle Collins, who was like the coveted O-line free agent. And they got some other bum apparently, but he was decent. And it was like, okay, the Bengals are going to do it this year. Like, they got the help they needed. And no, they're just, dude, Joe Burrow has no time. And they got no run game. Their defense
Yeah,
is
well-
holding them in it. Like, the only reason they were close this week is because it was Cooper Rush.
Yeah.
But I think it's time to ask the question, are the Cowboys better off without Dak?
No. No.
I mean, Cooper Rush is 2-0 as a starter.
No.
Think about Ben DiNucci last year. He won some games.
Oh, Ben DiNucci's different. That's a different story.
Ben
They made
DiNucci.
the biggest mistake cutting him.
Yep. Well, we're on the Bengals, so that one's easy. Eagles, Commanders.
Yeah, Paige is still not a racist, so she's taking the Eagles.
Yeah, I mean, how do you
Eagles
bet
by a
against the
million.
Eagles? How do you bet against the Eagles with how good they look?
Eagles by a million.
And it's
Could
Carson
this-
Wentz.
No,
Ooh,
I was gonna
revenge
say,
game,
could
though.
this- No. No.
No, the Commanders'
I was
defense
gonna
is
say,
just
could
too
this be a
shitty.
classic NFC West or NFC East fucking low-scoring bullshit game? It's not going to be.
No, the Eagles' offense is way too high-powered. That O-line's too good, and the Commanders' defense is bad.
Yeah.
I might have to add that to my bet list.
I think it's 6.
That's still high though. I don't like NFL's so unpredictable, but that feels like a good spot. 1 touchdown. Saints and Panthers.
Paige says Carolinas. That's it.
Valid answer. I'm changing mine, by the way.
Oh my goodness.
I'm taking the Saints. They looked good against the Bucks. Like, as good as you can look as with like with what the Saints have, they looked good. So they kept it. They only allowed the Bucks to get 20 points. Like, the Saints' defense is good.
Listen, I'm on the Saints, but I wouldn't say they looked good.
No, I'm not saying like, oh, the Saints might do something this year, but they are going to beat Carolina. Carolina is bad,
Yeah, I think so too.
and their defense looked good. They held the Bucks to 20 points. And
Without
actually,
any
the defense
receivers.
held their offense to 13 points.
Without any receivers. And then losing Mike Evans.
That's true. I don't know why you're trying to talk me out of taking the team that you took too.
I'm not. I'm just saying, like, they don't look great, but they're going to win.
All right, Packers, Bucks. I'm changing mine again.
Oh my God. Paige said, Bahaha, I don't think the Packers are going to win, honestly. Aaron is too cocky for my liking.
It's a fair answer. So she's taking the Bucks.
She is taking the Bucks.
I agree with her. Taking the Bucks. I think it's time for a Tom Brady bounce back game. Lenny's going to get it going. He hasn't scored a touchdown yet. And the Packers still have no receivers, and the Bucks defense is so damn good. So damn good.
I'm taking the Packers because it's my team, but I'm scared.
I think you should be. Is that in Tampa Bay?
It's in Tampa.
Yeah, you're fucked. Yep. Bucks. Bucks by... I wonder what that spread is.
1.5.
Yeah, I'm going to hammer the Bucks. Yeah, I might bump that up to 5.5.
No Mike Evans.
I don't care. Leonard Fournette and that defense.
Lenny didn't do shit.
Is
last year.
Godwin? Godwin's out. Or is he out?
No Mike Evans. No Godwin, possibly. Limited Lenny.
No. Scotty Miller, baby. That's all you need. Scotty Miller.
I might not be that scared anymore.
Jags and Chargers.
Paige says Chargers, lightning bolts, you know.
All right, you say what you got here.
I'm taking the Chargers.
Okay. I'm taking the Jaguars.
I don't hate it.
I don't think Herbert plays. And without
Didn't think of
Herbert, what do you have? You know, like Mike or Keenan Allen's probably still going to be out. Mike Williams is banged up, and the Jags just looked pretty good. I mean, I think it's time to stop sleeping on the Jags for a little bit. And I don't even know who the Chargers' backup is, so I'm going to take Trevor
Yeah,
Lawrence.
because Tyrod Taylor's probably not there, is he?
Oh, not if he's suing them.
That's.
I'm-
I didn't
yeah,
think
I'm
of
gonna
that. Yeah.
I'm going to take the Jags.
I'm gonna look at who.
I mean, I'm not going to bet a dime on that game, but I'm going to take the Jags.
I'm gonna look at the Chargers depth chart real quick.
All right, while
Chargers
you do that.
backup quarterback is Chase Daniel.
Oh, yeah. Give me the Jags all day. Chase Daniel is butt.
For-
Rams Cardinals. I think we know who Paige is taking.
Yep. Said this one is super hard because I like both teams. So, never go against the Rams, I guess.
Nope. Go Rams.
Yeah, I'm taking the Rams.
Can you hear that? Holy shit.
What
It
was
is
it?
storming. It's storming here, man. My windows are vibrating.
It's sunny here.
Nice. So, all right, let's fly through these last ones here because we're already at an hour on this recording. Falcons Seahawks.
Paige says Falcons are more superior than the Seahawks, so Falcons. I'm going to take the Seahawks.
I'm on the Falcons too. How they looked in that second half was pretty sweet, and the Seahawks look bad.
That'll be a backdoor cover.
So many gross games, dude. Falcons, Seahawks, Browns and Steelers, Texans, Bears.
Don't worry, we got 2 more.
Raiders,
one's
Titans
gross.
is gonna be gross. That's about it. Oh, Saints and Carolina is gonna be gross. All right, 49ers, Broncos.
Paige says 49ers because I still don't like either. But also, how come when they're on TV, the score box thingy doesn't say 49ers, it says SF? Like, what's the point then?
It's a good point
So
that I
she's
never noticed.
taking the 49ers.
I never noticed that. That's a good point.
I think she's just more talking about their logo.
Oh, you're right, because it does say 49ers.
Mm-hmm.
But the logo couldn't fit 49ers because it looked silly. You're taking the Broncos?
Taking the Broncos. Listen, they're due for a bounce back.
Man, you just... Here's Russ's cock, and this is you. You're just... I just made a visible, like, sucking a cock motion because Austin cock rides Russell Wilson so hard. He kept him in a Dynasty Keeper League. How's that one working out for you? Not good. This dude traded away Josh Allen and kept Russell Wilson.
Okay.
It's just Russell Wilson.
You can't just do that. They were both in an MVP year, and I took the consistency at the time. It was like 3 years ago.
That's just, dude. Yeah, but even okay, I'll drop that one. But you cock ride Russell Wilson so hard, and he's washed.
I think the Broncos are going to be good.
I haven't seen it, man. They barely beat the Texans at home. Their fans
it's
were
also
booing
week
them.
2 of a rookie head coach.
The fans were booing them. Dude, Hackett's gonna get fired. All right,
Nope.
You can take the Broncos all you want. I'm taking the 49ers.
That's fine.
All right, last game. Cowboys-Giants, gross. On Monday night.
Disgusting.
Excuse me.
Paige says 100% the Cowboys. I think I'm going to dress up as one of their cheerleaders because I'm a big fan. I don't mind it. The dressing up or the pick.
I knew you were going to say that. I'm taking the Giants. I'm going to ride their wave until it ends, right? Sloppy
Listen,
game.
I know I was hating on Coop, but I'm taking the Cowboys.
I mean, like, the Cowboys have the way better defense. The offense is still probably better.
Their
Like, Cooper
defense
Rush
is
is probably
so
a better
good.
quarterback than Daniel Jones, if I'm being honest with you. But the Giants just find a way to get it done.
We'll see. Gross game, either way.
It's going to be disgusting, and I might not even watch it.
Dude, our primetime games suck.
Yep.
Cowboys, Giants on Monday. Cowboys, Giants on Monday. Niners, Broncos, Sunday night. Steelers, Browns, Thursday night.
Niners, Broncos won't be that bad, though. We'll still be able to do a
great.
nice little SGP.
It's not going to be great, though.
All right, well, that wraps up Paige's picks. I think you and I disagreed on almost every pick. Towards the end there. The last 3 we disagreed. But, so that's that. Your Tank Award of the Week. We'll make this one quick. We're going to start with our nominees here. We got Lee Corso. He's like 1 billion years old, and he's still making picks on game day. He can't even formulate a sentence. I did put Aaron Rodgers on there. I said he's got absolutely no help from his receivers, but they're still going to somehow make the playoffs. And then Dan Skipper. He is the Lions lineman who actually got cut after training camp. He was the guy that cried and asked if there's anything he could change on Hard Knocks. He got called up from the practice squad to start at left guard, a position he hadn't played since high school. Oh, yeah, and he's 6'10".
That's
watching
massive for an
watching that
offensive
dude
lineman.
get down in his stance, it was incredibly funny. But he played well. He had one fuck up where Goff got sacked. Other than that, he did well. He got the game ball, nice little speech at the end. Dan Campbell let him talk to reporters first. That was pretty cool. And your winner is, drum roll please, Dan Skipper.
Hell yeah.
Congratulations to the man. It was sad seeing him. He was
good.
the only one that cried during cuts on Hard Knocks. And to see him start and get the game ball was pretty sweet. So let's hit do not bet list here quick. I know we've got a couple agreements here. Funny note is that you actually said the Colts last week, and you still proceeded to bet on them this week.
Yeah, so I actually re-added them to my do not bet list as the Colts, but everything this week. Just Colts.
Yeah.
So
I put
officially on the do not bet list.
I put any player/team that relates to Michigan State. Because
I said MSU.
Michigan State fucked me on Saturday, and then Kirk Cousins, former MSU quarterback, fucked me on Monday night. So I guess you can add Kirk Cousins to that list.
I only had 3 more. I had trap games.
Yep.
I don't know why I had trap games. I don't remember. Oh, because of MSU.
Yep, definitely a trap.
And also,
rat.
This coincides with trap games. I had the Mormons. Don't bet on the Mormons. Because BYU fucked me.
Oh.
And they were a higher seed than Oregon and got fucked.
They got mollywopped.
And then my last one was Georgia unders. Because listen,
Yeah.
great defense. They don't allow points. They literally had not allowed a touchdown last week until the last minute and a half of the game. So you look at that team, they're not like a super high-powered offense. But like even if the over-under is set at 44, you're like, oh, Georgia's not going to score 50 points alone. Well, fun fact, they'll still put up 40, and then their backups will come in, and their backups are absolute dog shit.
Yeah.
And allow 7 points to hit the over, so...
Yep. So I only had 3. I had Michigan State, I had the Colts as well, and I had Christian Watson because I needed 7 more yards from him to cash my bet, and he didn't, and he sucks, and he's going to be a bust, and he's going to retire sad, and alone. He's never going to have a wife. He's never going to have kids. Never going to have the white picket fence. He's never, ever going to be happy in life. All right, let's wrap it up. Roulette. Load it up here. Let me share my screen with you there, Frankie. We are going to do... Loading up here. Anything you want to talk about this? Oh my god, it loads so fast. Lightning roulette. What number do you want? I'm doing $5 on each.
I'm going to take 25. Got to stick with the 20s.
25. All right. I'm going to mix it up here. I am going back to 3 instead of 9. Ooh, 22 just hit. That's one of my favorite ones, too. Oh. Okay, you said what, 25?
Yes.
All right. 25. Oh, shit. 25 and 3. Let's see if we can get a lightning number for once. $10 total out there. By the way, I took the Lions to win the NFC North at plus 700. That feels way too low. But we're riding with it.
I don't know.
Riding with it. Here we go. We're rolling. Can you see it?
Yep.
All right. Give me a lightning number here. Oh, 4, 23, 24.
Motherfucker, dude.
Wow. 24 at 500x. If that hits, I'm going to be sick because that's Kobe
I
Bryant.
almost said 24.
What do we got? Ooh, no way. 33. Fuck. Another loser. That's that there.
Tough.
Listen, I don't have anything to look forward to this weekend. I'm going to my parents' cottage to help my dad build a gazebo. And we're just going to be drinking some beers, watching football. You got anything going on this weekend?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Football, more football is what it sounds like. All right, everybody.
Yep.
Have a great weekend. Let's hit some tanks, adore some tutties. Like, subscribe, leave a review. Watch out for our Paige's parlay this weekend. We'll probably post that, Saturday night, Sunday morning?
Yeah, we'll get all the picks out this week.
Yep. Keep an eye out for that one. See you next week. Peace.